guys, I'm Daryl and welcome to this edition of Project TJ. Now, I was on an online Jeep forum yesterday and someone's put up a post with regard to a new product, Bowdens Mr Black. It's a back to black type product and there's a whole heap of them around from a whole heap of manufacturers, and I've used most of them. I've used, the Button Basement store brand type of product to the mid-range, the Meguiars and Mothers type products, and then I've used like the Zano and the Poor Boys and the specific detailer prototype products, and most of them work well initially, but it's the amount of time that it takes for them to fade back to grey that shows you how good the product is. And with this product, these guys are stating that it's going to last up to 2 years, and in Bowden's online blurb it states that they've had some stuff out from 2 years and it's still looking better than non-coated stuff. So I figured the best way that I can do it is to go and buy some. I've already been to one location. They didn't have it. They're saying this shop will. I'm hoping I can get it. It comes in two ways to buy it. You can either buy the Mr Black bottle as just the bottle, or you can buy it as a kit, and the kit has a prep solution that you spray on and wipe off. You then apply this Mr Black with a foam applicator, and in the kit you get the foam applicator and everything. So I figured the easiest way is go and buy it. I'm going to do 2 flares in the Bowdens Mr Black. I'm going to do 2 flares in the Meguires or the Mothers product that I normally use, and we're going to see the results after the initial application and the results after however long it takes to fade to grey. I'm hoping it works. I'm really cynical with this stuff, but when you hear of something like that, even though you're cynical about it, you think, oh, it'd be really nice if it works. Because I'm getting to the point where I'm going to colour code the flares, and I think colour coding the flares would actually look quite good on this vehicle. However, at the moment, there's a whole lot of other stuff that I want to do and I just haven't done it. So let's go to this shop. Hopefully they've got it, and then we'll apply it and see how we go. So I ended up with a bottle of this Mr Black. I didn't get the kit, there was none available. Interesting, this was on sale, and so was the kit. However, the kit just includes some foam applicators, which I already have, and a prep. The prep reading the back of the bottle just states that it gets rid of oils and waxes and has a good flash time according to their video that I watched too. So I'm just going to use a generic wax and grease remover that states it's okay for plastics. This does flash off quicker, which means it just dries quicker, so you have less time to wipe it down. So to apply the Mr Black, it does look as though it has a black pigment in it, so I will mask off the area I'm working in. It does wash up in water, so if you get any on the body, it looks as though it'll just come off with a bit of water anyway. On the directions, it states to use 1 or 2 drops on a foam applicator, work on a piece of the panel at a time, let it dry for 2 to 3 minutes and buff off with another clean and dry foam applicator. It also states you may need 2 coats, which is what I'll do. I'm going to use that on 2 flares, and on the other flares I'm going to use my normal go-to, which is either a Mothers Naturally Black or a Meguiars Gold Class Trim Detailer. I don't have any Mothers, I'm going to use the Gold Class. The Gold Class is a liquid gel and goes on like any other liquid wax. I'm just going to use a microfiber cloth and buff it off with a microfiber cloth. And again, I'll do 2 coats on this. I generally don't wait between coats, and by the time I normally do all the flares, I just go back and recoat. That's how I'm going to work on this again. But I'm going to do 2 flares with this and see how it works out. So let's do it. it's the next day, and how did we go with this? Well, this side is the Bowdens product, and it looks quite good. The flares are nice and black. You can see some imperfections through them, like here. But at the end of the day, it's bringing a flare back from a disgusting grey colour to something that's quite acceptable. Remember, these are unpainted, so it's whatever the plastic surface is. Workability with the Bowdens product, I liken it to using an old school tyre black in some respects. I really did need to tape it off. The paintwork, if you get it on your hands, it comes off okay, but yeah, it's kind of like, and you can see some imperfections through here, but it's kind of like using an old school tyre black product. But yeah, it works quite well. The good thing I can say about the Bowdens product is you get instant gratification, because as soon as you put it on, it's like, oh yeah, look at the change here. And you only use a small amount, so which means the bottle is going to last you for quite a while. The bottle I got was $35 on sale. The bottle of Meguiars is $19 normal price. So on to the Meguiars side. Again, an acceptable result. You can still see imperfections through the Meguiars side. Where can I find some? Yeah, you can see through here. It's the same type of imperfections you can see through it. If I go to the back flare, you can still see some imperfections through it. However, if you do your 1 metre test, it's come up quite well. Again, the only outcome I can see with these flares though is to paint them, if you want them to look smick and be easy to upkeep. One thing I do notice with the Meguiars product is that there's still a bit of a luster about it, like a bit of a wet look, like they have been dressed. Whereas, and we're splitting hairs here, whereas the Bowdens product, to me, looks a little bit flatter. You don't get that little bit of luster that you do with the Meguiars product. The Meguiars product to put on, it's easy to put on. You don't have to worry about getting it on your hands or on the Duco. It doesn't show, it just buffs off. After using both, which will I use again? I'd probably go the Meguiars, I'll be frank with you. I like the little bit of luster you get with the Meguiars, but both of them, you're splitting hairs. They're both as good as each other, or as bad as each other, and that was my original thought about it. Which one lasts the longest? Well, I don't know at this point. So let's put it as a long-term test, and when one looks worse than the other, I can report back and see what happens. But yeah, it's the sort of thing, you're either a Jeep or a Land Cruiser or a patrol guy. I think you're either a Bowdens, Meguiars or whatever, because they're all much of a muchness at this point. Long term, I don't know. We'll have to stay tuned for that. So if you're looking for this kind of product, I hope that helps you. These things are the bane of my existence, and I'm to the point where it's like, yeah, I'm sick of having the grey flares and the upkeep, and just painting them is a good thing. But anyway, let's see how they go. I'll report back when they start to grey off, and we can go from there. Okay guys, that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Bye now.